Welcome to the Pancake Podcast. We are back here, man. We got Ethan, we got Abram, we got Rome. We are here. We are blessed. And we're going to talk NFL preseason football today. But first and foremost, how's the squad doing this evening, man?
I'm doing pretty good, getting ready to move back into college this Friday. Just kind of ready for all of that and, just chilling, man, ready to get the year started.
Yes, sir. Shoot, give us more little info, man. Like what you be up to, man? What college you go to? Like, let the people know what you be up to, man.
I mean, I study social studies, so I'm taking a couple history classes and stuff, and I go to college in Dallas, small college, Dallas Christian College. It's pretty chill, pretty nice. It's small, which I prefer, honestly. It's nice.
I know what y'all are thinking. Abram does look like the dude that would go to a Christian college, doesn't he?
Bro, no one.
So the reason why Ethan said this was because before we started recording, we said, well, Ethan said, I didn't co-sign this, but Ethan claims that Abram looks like he belongs at BYU.
He does. 100%. He would fit right into the culture. He would slap right up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like right up in there.
Like,
I don't know about that.
So Abram, you just look at Abram and he's just like, yeah, bro.
I look at Abram and I'm like, this is a man that praises the Lord at school, and that's where I end. That's where I end. But my impressions stop there, and that's all I know. And I'm just like, okay, I see it. This man reads Bible verses in his spare time in between classes.
Hey, I do what I gotta do, bro.
See, and he's not denying it. So assumption, correct. That's all I'm saying. I'm a man that knows people. That's what they always say.
Sir. Well, shoot, how you doing, Ethan?
I'm doing fantastic. But who cares about me? I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm fantastic. Yeah. Back to the bidets. Okay. So
hold on.
We didn't ask about Rome yet.
Hold on. Let Rome talk his talk real quick, because I already know he got some on his chest, bro. Go ahead and get it off your chest, family.
Hey, man, I got another shoe company brand called Neck Gas Footwear. Now these sell some real good feet right here. I'm gonna show y'all some right here. What y'all think of these right here?
I can't see them, my guy. Oh, now I can see them.
What do you mean? They've been on the screen for 5 seconds. What do you mean you can't see them? He did a whole 360.
I'm tripping, bro. I can see them now. It's clean. Okay. That's clean with Apple and everything. Yes, sir.
The online network be having good deals every other week, every other day. It's a big shout out to them. I got these shoes for them. They're on right now for about $90. So it's a good brand, it's a good company. I wear the shoes. Nothing bad happens. They don't rip. They don't do anything. So they're not fugazi. And they got multiple options right here as I turn my phone. So, they got these. They got the Nat Turners. The MLK, African running, you know what I'm saying? They also got hoodies, stuff like that. So, yeah, man, anytime. They also got the slides. So, you want to go to netgasfootwear.com. I repeat, netgasfootwear.com. If I mispronounced the name, please forgive me. But I fuck with them heavy. And I'm going to buy them on Nat Turners.
Say less. You think they'll rock with us heavy?
I hope so.
I hope so too, bro.
I'm gonna be honest right here, Rome. You could have just shared your screen on your phone and went down the website. It would have been so much easier.
To be fair, I've been learning how, because my thing for the show.
What does it have to do with using your sharing your phone screen?
Hold on. Look, hold on. I'm being honest though.
Mm-hmm.
My thing for the show is for the podcast. I've been wanting to show clips and show, but I can't do it because I would have to do it on my computer, and on my computer I can't I don't have a mic on my computer, so it doesn't work. So I do it on my phone, but I can't share stuff on my phone. I broke down iPhones,
Hey, bro. Hey, man, we do what we got to do, man. But Furthermore, I gotta say, man, we're missing our boy JP right now because Tebow is gone.
Before we get to Tebow, we got to go back to bidets, though. I'm not done with bidets.
We gotta talk about the bidets.
So, like,
Okay, hold on. We gotta let Abram frame it.
Abram,
this
go.
is how it all started.
We were talking about fish. Ethan said he had some bad fish. He's been doing some things. I won't get into exact details of what he said.
It's dark green right now, guys. It's not great.
Oh.
You know what?
I was like, bro, in times of trouble like this, what always helps me get through it is my trusty bidet that my roommate has. Like, that's how it started. It's great.
And now you may be thinking, oh wow, Abram bought himself a nice fancy bidet toilet. No, you are in fact wrong. He bought a $25 attachment that looks like it's gonna cause some pain. All right.
$35. Thank you.
35. That looks like it's just gonna bring pain. It don't look like it's gonna work.
Oh, you got to trust me on this one. Like,
I'm not. And then you brought and then you said that you still have to wipe, and I'm just to dry yourself. Like, no, if I'm getting a bidet,
just to dry,
I want it. I want my anus spick and span. You know what I'm saying? I want it cleaned. I want it nice and done. I don't want to have to wipe. Like, I want it done. I don't want to got to worry about it. Listen, it better be neat and polished, right? That's why you use the flushable wipes, right? That's why you use the flushable wipes.
I mean, you can let it air dry or honestly, there's not even
what
that
do I
much
gotta
water.
do? I gotta sit there on the toilet and I gotta fan it. Like, I gotta fan that sucker out. I gotta pack it up and start fanning it. Like, is that what I gotta do when I get a bidet? I gotta just fan it away.
There's just a little bit of moisture left. Like, just
see, and you know what that causes? Swamp ass. All right, and that's
why you gotta dry it.
Household.
You gotta dry it.
It causes a swamp ass.
Hey,
all right. No one likes swamp ass.
Dude, I'm telling you, you dry it. It's efficient. It's the cleaning is deep and thorough, more thorough than anything you'll get with toilet paper. Okay, the last thing I want from a bidet, deep and thorough. No, I'm out already. You have taken me out. All right, Abram, you have done everything you could in this conversation to dissuade me from a bidet, and you've done it, and you've done it great. I do not want a deep clean with a bidet. Okay, I want a very shallow clean, right? I don't want to get up in there. I don't want a Deshaun Watson massage. I don't want none of that. Okay? I don't want none of that. By the way, guys, I got up, I stood on one leg, I balanced, and I shook my hand. Currently out of breath.
Ooh, I'm sorry, buddy.
I'm in good shape, though. I think it might be that I'm coming down from the sugar rush of 2 donuts,
Let's go.
2 donuts at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's not a great idea.
Hey, man, we do what we can.
I'm not even getting.
Man, we don't talk about shoes with days, and now we got to talk about Tebow being gone.
Speaking of a man that needs a bidet,
man, JP, man, we miss you, boy. Because listen, I thought they were going to keep him throughout the entire season.
Hold on, pause.
Why are we pausing?
Abram,
you're not going to bring up the message, are you?
Bro, what happens when you switch it to the female setting?
I mean, what do you think happens? It's
That's
angled differently.
why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you.
It's angled differently, obviously.
I just looked at it and I just saw.
It's set to watch a different area. So
what? So hold on. You're saying that because something has happened. I need to know the crime.
Not to me. It happened to my friend Chris. Shout out the boy Chris, bro. His first time using it, he never used it again. He accidentally turned it the wrong way, and it hit something. Bro, it went full blast, hit something, and then he was in pain. That was it. He never used it again.
See, again, listen, when you leave your balls dangling when you use a bidet, and that's just a crime. You can't be doing it.
But all it takes is just turning it to the right side. I've never done that.
But all it takes is turning it to the wrong side on accident. Let's say when you're trying to dry yourself, you're
if you do it on accident, you deserve it, honestly.
So you're prepping for the dry, right? You go to reach for the toilet paper, you flick the switch, right? Now all of a sudden you're getting a ball pounding. You don't want that. That's all I'm saying. You got to think about these things before you take your life into your own hands. You got to think about
the award outweighs the risk.
I don't
I'll be
think
real.
it does.
I want our
It
listeners
does.
to like see my perspective right now. They're talking about whatever the hell they're talking about.
You know
Rome's
what
over
we're talking
here
about.
desperately trying to join the conversation, but we can't hear shit he's saying. It's just all
We got two different
chaos.
Romes in the building right now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What I was saying was I don't want to be in this conversation right now. I was trying to do my share screen to show y'all some clips of Tim Tebow blocking, which is it's sad, funny because like I see a lot, bro. Like so, like how can you get an opportunity like that when there's so many people who've been playing tight end since middle school, dedicated their life to it, and you got a dude who comes in and say, "Oh, I know the coach. I'm going to get fired." Like, to me, that is so unfair. And people are sitting there like, he's like this angel, or is he this person who the NFL is just like making it hard on a bullying? But it's like Kaepernick still have not touched. Like, I don't think Kaepernick had a team even talk to him or look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eric Reed was on blackball that people don't know about. I haven't seen Eric Reed in the league, you know what I'm saying, for the past couple of years. But you got the dude who's 34, never played the position, and you mean to tell me he can find the spot, but these other people can't. And there's a missed opportunity from somebody who could have got that spot, who could have showcased their skills, but we'll never know. And we knew Tebow was going, and everybody knew Tebow was going to fit. So that kind of irks me. I'm trying to show this screen to show people, man, like how terrible this is, man. If you ever be a part of a football team and you see this, you can't put him back on. You can't put him back on the roster, because if you do, he just like you're gonna lose. Like, you're gonna lose all credibility, and no one's gonna respect the team, or no one's gonna respect you.
Pretty much. I mean, which block do we even want to discuss, man? Both of the live ones that we saw anyway. The one where he was barrel rolling damn near, and the other one where he got his boy like destroyed. It was just.
I think the whole move by just signing Tim Tebow was just a weird Urban Meyer flex of, this is my team, my roster. I'm going to run it exactly like I did in college, whether you like it or not. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to roll with the punches. And I think that's exactly what it was. And then he cut him the first week because that first game, Tebow already got way more publicity. It didn't look good. And then, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I understand completely. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have been signed, but like at least they did the right thing in cutting him early and not really even like giving people a shot to like, oh, he should make the roster. Like they just axed it. They're like, yeah, it didn't work out. And honestly, that's all you can do at this point. But he shouldn't have been signed. And there's other guys that should be signed. But yeah, they did the right thing. And I bet JP is celebrating not having to buy a Tim Tebow jersey.
Man, I know that man is so lit right now. Because think about it, if Tebow would have scored, he would have been out. Like $100, and on top of that, have the shame.
It's more because you have to get the customized jersey.
That's very true. Well, I don't know though. If he were to score a touchdown, I'm pretty sure he would have like gotten big enough to like actually have his own like.
I think they did. He did have an official one because it was like it was on the cover page of the NFL shop, like right when he got signed.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm not wrong.
Hey, Hewitt, can you you got this? I think you got disband the well, you got enabled the participant screen sharing.
Let me do that for you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is who I compare Tim Tebow to.
Let me give you the permission. Fans. There we go. And now all of you
can. Okay, bet.
All right, go for it, bro.
Let me see. So y'all can see my screen. Like, I just want people.
No, bro. We cannot see your screen, my guy. Now we can see it. Nah, never mind. I'm tripping. I think my screen is behind, bro. My fault.
Okay, yeah, it's all good. Y'all can see it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like this is Tebow right here, and my screen will be loading up. Let me.
That's tough. We're dealing with technical difficulties.
This is right here, Tim Tebow.
Lacking.
That's the weakest block I've ever. Like, this block is so weak, bro. Like,
I mean, he did the job though, bro. I mean, like, think about it. Go back.
Bro, he bounced off of him. Look, he didn't even do his job. He bounced off of him.
Look at him. He's pulling. And look, he got 59 out of position. Because look, it's outside zone, right? It's an outside
I'll
zone.
say the job was done, but he didn't do the job. Like the guy kind of took himself out.
He did, man. Like with bad leverage. That's what 59 did.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, 59 did it to himself, bro.
Okay,
Tebow did nothing there.
What is this? What? Come on, y'all.
I can't defend that, bro.
Oh,
I can't defend that. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, tossed.
There's a worse one. I'm gonna unshare until I find the other one. I'm gonna unshare. But there's a worse one than that. Like, see, now I gotta figure out. Oh, there you go. But there's a worse one than that where he tried to block like a DB in space, and it was just so terrible.
I don't know, man. It's just
look. When Tebow had the chance, when he was in the NFL the first time, when he had the chance and teams were looking at him to try different positions, that was his opportunity. But it's just like at his age, coming in trying to switch that position just wasn't going to happen.
At this point, yeah.
It
was his last ditch effort.
And
yeah,
Tebow will forever be a college legend. One of the best, probably like top 5 greatest college players all time in people's list. But sometimes you just not that great in the league. And we had that with some people like Trayvon with highlights was awesome in college. And it just, and you know, sometimes it's injuries just won't be the same. Sometimes you be a regular, just good player, and that's okay. Like Reggie Bush, one of the greatest college running backs ever, and just became, you know, a regular NFL running back.
Hey,
but he was good.
Let you bullshit Reggie Bush like that, bro.
But no, look,
he wasn't nice in the league.
He was nice, but the thing is, he was so great in college that people was labeling him a bust. For having a great NFL, like a great NFL running back career.
That's fair. I'll give it to you.
Like the expectations, and to me, it's just sad. Like, if Tebow should not get another shot, I hope he's done. And I don't wish nothing bad on him. I like Tebow the person, but it's like someone else could use that opportunity.
Yeah,
and
he really just missed the opportunity, like when he had it, because I feel like before this, you know, when Tebow was just coming off the Broncos, and people wanted to try him out at their positions. Had he grown into that role, it could have worked. But now it's just you're going into the league playing against some of these dudes who are, even veterans, who have been well versed in that position for however long. I mean, this is just preseason, and then you can't even do that against people who are trying to make the roster. So, I mean, the man, honestly, he kind of let his game tell his story.
I mean, it just kind of reminds me of everybody trying to switch quarterbacks that aren't good quarterbacks, but good athletes into other positions. Like a few years ago when I forget what team it was, but did it with Terrell Pryor, like switched him from QB, put him in a wide receiver. I mean, it paid off for like a year, but he's just one of the only ones that have done it and become notable. It reminds me a lot of the people switching good athletes into from quarterbacks to any other position on the football field. And I feel like it just same happened with Tebow. It just happened later.
Yeah, but honestly, like this realistically, this is it for Tebow. Like story's over. Like this is how he goes out. And I mean, it is what it is. Like it's done, I guess. But
Pretty much. I mean, ain't really much else to say. He's out. Like, I don't see any other team signing him. Like, and it's not like I'm not like really celebrating it. Like,
yourself, my boy.
Yeah,
I
like
found the last video.
What's up?
This was the worst one to me.
You found it?
Yes.
All right. Bet.
Now, this is. Can y'all see it?
Of course.
Yes.
It took over my whole screen again.
Like, look at.
It's way too choppy, though. I have no idea what's going on here.
Choppy.
So this is Tim Tebow. Like completely.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like completely missed.
Yeah.
So put that man linebacker.
Yeah.
Man.
And
that was a DB too.
If that's not Tim Tebow, that guy pretty much got cut.
Yeah.
Like this is your protection.
Yeah.
Like if I'm catching the ball and I get smacked like that, I'm sorry, but me and him, like, that is just awful.
I mean, what up?
I've never seen such disgust on Rome's face before.
I mean, we should have expected this though. Like, I was like, I knew it was gonna be bad, and like, honestly, like, I saw the clips before he got released, and I was like, oh wow, like that was ass, but like they're still gonna keep him around. I didn't think he'd actually like go through with releasing him. So shout out to the Jaguars. Shout out JP's Jaguars for like actually giving a damn about their roster.
They made the right decision.
Think they have a choice.
Yeah, at that point.
I honestly don't think they had a choice at that point because the whole football world can see how embarrassing that was.
Was it as embarrassing as me hopping up on one leg and airing myself out?
What?
When I did that to the start, never mind.
But see, yours.
Never mind.
This is wrong.
Never mind. It's clear this joke went over y'all's head because you guys don't pay attention to me, and it kind of hurts.
It's okay, bro.
It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay.
But besides Tim Tebow, how do we feel about the Jaguars line that game?
I feel like I'm happy that we've talked more about bidets than Tim Tebow to start the podcast, and that's where all.
It's the right ranking of importance.
Exactly, because bidets clean off Tim Tebow. Yes, I just called that man a sphincter. He's a butthole, I swear.
On that note, I think the O-line looked pretty good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think the O-line looked like solid from what I saw. I've been watching a bunch of teams preseason in general, and Justin Fields looks incredible, and it makes me so sad.
Dang it was like
it makes me so sad. But for the Jags specifically, I know Walker Little, he looks like really, really good. And we talked about him and how, like, you know, if he was able to stay healthy and manage to develop, he'd be a good tackle in the league.
That was my guy.
Yes, it was. So shout out to you. And so he looks pretty good out there. And JP, he's not here, but he says that he could potentially be their best O-lineman, period. So
good for him.
We'll see what happens, man. You know,
I mean, that's not much, though. It doesn't take much.
I mean, that line was
yeah, I had to body that Jaguars O-line. It's about saying I needed to.
Yeah, you do, because
just because JP's not here to defend it.
Exactly.
By the way, Jason, I don't know if you saw it. The Panthers' new slogan right now is ball pounding because that's how much it hurts to watch them.
But that's not the slogan at all. It's keep
ball pounding.
Yeah, I want to
Abram, say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hashtag ball pounding.
I have a question. For you, Ethan.
Yeah. Hit me with it.
So, how do you genuinely feel about what?
I don't like where this is going. You asked me how do I genuinely feel. This is never a good direction to ask a question in. Go ahead, rip my heart out. Tear me to
Okay.
pieces, you know.
So how do you feel about Drew Dalman right now?
Okay, all right. That's not necessary.
What?
Necessary. It's not necessary.
It's a genuine question.
It's not necessary.
I'm not even like trying to roast you. Like, how do you feel about Drew Dalman?
It just hurts. It just hurts.
Oh, so he's ass.
Yeah. It just hurts.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I'm putting my head down in shame.
Dude,
That's all I wanted to know. Like, since we're talking about offensive line, I just had to ask.
Hey, speaking of offensive line,
There's faith for everyone. There's faith for everyone. That's all I'll say. You know, maybe we'll turn this around. Faith for everyone.
Honestly, I feel like I'm kind of sad that the Connor Williams at center experiment didn't work out for Dallas, but you know, he just wasn't getting the job done. His snaps are really slow and bad. They're just like,
I think he's washed.
He's just not a center, and that's fine.
No,
just put him at left guard, let him run. It's good. Like Dallas probably needs to go look for a backup center now, but you know, Connor Williams not being a center is fine with me.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Steelers game?
That game, I mean, you know, you saw Micah Parsons didn't play too many snaps. He played like, I think it was 11. And even in Hard Knocks, you saw he got like super mad whenever they took him out. I don't think like actually genuinely mad, but he was like upset. But he looked really solid. He was running around super fast. And the guy that stuck out for Dallas in the 2 preseason games so far is Osa Odigizua, defensive tackle. And while his competition isn't like strong, he has been dominating the competition, which is what you should be doing. And like I think that's a good sign. And I think with Neville Gallimore going down, he's going to get a good chance to contribute on the defensive line early, be that run stopper that Dallas needs. It's gonna be fun. I think he's a good player to watch. So him and Michael Parsons have been the real bright spots for Dallas so far.
Defensive bright spots.
Surprising, right?
Surprising as hell. Encouraging though, very encouraging.
I think a big takeaway from the first week of the preseason for me is how well some of the quarterbacks performed. Like, yeah, the rookies did what the rookies did, whatever.
Like Justin Fields. Yeah, like Justin Fields. Like Justin Fields, bro.
Man crush, okay. Yes, he did good, but like the expectations, okay.
Yeah.
I don't need none of this. Justin Fields is the best, the second best quarterback in the NFC North. Like, get out of here.
But he is though.
You haven't seen anything from him to say that though.
Watch.
Continue. He did good. I'm not doubting the man, but like the performances you saw from some of the veteran guys, or I guess you say veteran, but they've only been in the league for a couple years.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Love. Jordan Love had a very good showing.
He made them throws.
Yeah, and he was efficient too. He was accurate, and that's one of the things that's hard if you're known as an inaccurate guy, and Jordan Love was known as a guy that had his footwork wasn't necessarily the best. His accuracy throwing the football would disappear at times. To be as consistent as he was in week 1 with the Packers, I thought was really cool to see, giving Packers fans some hope for when Rodgers eventually leaves. I thought Drew Lock did really good. You know, he played really well with the first team in week 1. So it was nice to see that. And then the rookies. So Zach Wilson, I thought, did a pretty good job. I would say of all the rookie quarterbacks, I'm probably the most impressed with Zach Wilson. And I know like Justin Fields put up the numbers. Trey Lance had a gaudy 80-yard touchdown pass. Mac Jones was somewhat efficient, but didn't really do much. But I think just overall, Zach Wilson was probably I was the most encouraged to see that because reports are that he was struggling in training camp and just struggling in practice overall against that defense. And to see him come out and complete some passes, get in a little bit of a groove, perform well on third down, which I think is important in the NFL to do. And just to see all of that, and it's just kind of like, okay, all right, well, there's a lot of potential here. So don't write him off just yet. So.
And also, we got to remember, JP was like super hot. Well, he wasn't like super hot, but he was like encouraged by the Jets. He was like, listen, man, this is a new regime, and this roster, he has some spots. And seeing Zach Wilson like It's
Side note, yeah, I will say Zach Wilson, he had some eyes for Corey Davis. You know, he had some eyes for Corey Davis. That man looked at Corey Davis and said, "You're my man. I got you." You know,
And that offensive line is honestly solid.
super.
it looked
And
good. It looked really good.
They have like that offense can be fun to watch this year.
Michael
I'm not saying they're going to be like good, but yeah.
Michael Carter and Ty Johnson, when they were out there in the first couple drives when the starting offensive line was out there, like they were running the ball and they were running it well. I think both of them. I think Michael Carter at one point, I forget exactly what it was before they took the first team offensive line out. He was having over 5 yards a carry. Ty Johnson was a little bit below that, averaging just above 4. But like they were running the ball well. They were keeping it manageable for Zach Wilson, which is probably going to be the most important thing for him in year one. Is don't let him get behind the sticks. Don't make him force things, because that's when you're going to get in the errors and you're going to get the stupid throws. But if they can run the football the way they did to start that with the first team, if they can run the ball, because it looked good looking at the stats, and then when you watch the tape, like they created some running lanes and they gave those running backs some lanes. So that was really encouraging to see from the Jets.
And then another good sign for Zach Wilson is that Denzel Mims made like a really solid like run after the catch play. I know there had been reports on him like, you know, struggling in training camp as well, but that play he looked really nice, and I need to watch more of it. But
did y'all see what happened to him?
To who?
Denzel Mims.
What happened?
So he apparently had, I guess it was like bad salmon or whatever, and lost legitimately 10 pounds. Or no, it might have been more than 10, but whatever. He lost a bunch of weight, and it really threw him out of his groove and put him behind the 8 ball in training camp and stuff like that. And then Robert Saleh came out the other day. I can pull up the exact quote, but Saleh came out the other day and said that he is definitely not on the roster bubble, and he's running some with the ones. I think he said the only guys that are consistently running with him, Keelan Cole, Corey Davis, and I forget.
Do they still have the guy from Washington? What's his name?
Jamison Crowder? Yeah, he's still on there.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder.
It might have been Crowder, might have been the third guy he named, but yeah, that he's kind of shuffling on in there. They say they're shuffling everybody in there, but just to hear from a different regime that didn't just draft Denzel Mims to have him back up. To back him up.
They have some fun weapons, bro. Yeah. Like, it could be fun to watch.
They can do some things. Hey, guess who they play week 1?
Mass organization.
The gang.
Ball pounding.
My despicable, beloved franchise, the Carolina Panthers. They are despicable, though. And their O-line is atrocious, by the way, in case you know.
Man.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. The week 1 just showed me that each rookie quarterback can play in the league, but it's like you gotta see more game film to me. Yeah. But someone, you know, I'm happy that Jordan Love looked good. You know, Matt Jones was who I thought he would be.
Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I didn't see him chucking the ball down the field. I saw a lot of dump offs. I don't remember Matt Stafford doing that a whole lot. Can you expand on that?
The fact that if you take the last show, you said
It looked like, I'm gonna be honest, it looked like more like Chad Pennington. You know?
Hold on. I never said he was gonna be throwing.
Don't say you never, because you totally did.
No, I did not. And
Go back to the tape. Go back to the tape. Cue it up.
I promise. If I said it, I will cash it $50.
Say less. All right. You said 50? You said 50?
I thought he said 60, bro. He's buying a Madden.
Right, if you can pull up where I said he'll be throwing 80 yards down the field and doing all that, then I will cash up you 50. Honestly. But
isn't that the same as the Stafford comment though?
But look, I said in terms of he's going to put up stats, he's going to put up good numbers. It's going to look good, but I don't see the Patriots winning how they used to win. And plus, I also add the fact that Matt Jones is not going to turn the ball over. He's going to be extremely accurate. He's going to throw the ball to the right guy. At his fault, he did make a mistake. There was one play they did. The receiver did a crossing, and he chose his one receiver, which was the right play, but the supposedly decoy was open, and that's something that he needs to pick up on. But he was who we thought he was. We thought of a guy who would, make the right play. And then you also got Justin Fields look good, but you know what I'm saying? I want to see, he talking about the game is slow, but
dumb comment.
I gotta see more from him. And you gotta be careful when you say, especially because honestly,
you can't say shit like that, bro. Because that's target, bro. Target.
And the worst thing about it is you're not even playing the starters. It might be slow for you. Yeah, right now you're not playing. You're not experiencing the real NFL. You're experiencing a snippet, fraction of it. Like, no. But to go back to what Salah said about Mims, I looked it up. He's been running with the ones. These guys are in rotation. They're all in the same boat. Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, and Keelan Cole roll with the ones unconditionally. So
that's nice. Honestly, I know we're talking about rookie quarterbacks. I think the 49ers should just let Trey Lance just roll with it.
See, that's the thing.
Let him go.
I think they should.
I don't know, dude.
Why? Like, I get it. I get letting him sit, bro. I do. Because you want him to learn. You want things to like slowly develop for him.
His game was a hell of a mixed bag, though.
Yeah.
Like, he had that 80-yard touchdown and finished with only 124 yards. And completed a third of his passes. Like, that's not going to get it done. I think, especially coming from North Dakota State, he should probably sit. Right? There's no need to force him out there. Like, Garoppolo's good enough to get the job done. He led him to a Super Bowl. I mean, he didn't really lead him, but I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? They can win with him. They can win with him.
He was kind of getting smacked in that preseason.
Honestly, what if they do like what the Dolphins did with Tua and Fitzpatrick last season?
Do that.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I think Shanahan's.
I really like the way the Dolphins handled that. I thought it was interesting to see because you don't see that a lot.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I mean, they ended up being all right in the long run. Like, I guess, like, they didn't make the playoffs, so they ended up being okay. But like, I wouldn't do that. Like,
I'll be the first to say it. Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G. He may be handsome, but he ain't no Ryan Fitzpatrick. He ain't no Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, he ain't got that type of sex.
Are you talking about how he passed, or are you talking about how handsome he is?
What? That's his name. I mean, not his name, but like you know what? That did come off kind of bad, didn't it? I've listened to a podcast somewhere where they call him handsome, whatever. So I roll with it. I just go with it.
Hey, bro, bro, we don't judge here.
It only took one time to listen to that podcast to start calling him handsome.
Hey, man.
They did. They said Jimmy G handsome, whatever. Okay, and then disparage the guy. And you know what? That's cool with me. So I just did the same thing. I was like, you know what, Jimmy G, handsome, right?
That's real cool.
Good looking guy.
Honestly,
there's a difference between pure handsomeness and then the sex appeal that is Ryan Fitzpatrick and that beard.
Thought about
what I'm talking about?
Whoa.
That's just pure masculinity, right? I'm getting this mustache right here, guys. It's gonna come in. It's gonna look fantastic, right? You're gonna look at me and be like, "I've never seen such a stud," and I want y'all to know that.
Y'all,
right, bro.
You're gonna look at me and be like, "Man, get this dude a muffin. He's a stud muffin."
I respect it, bro. I respect it.
Thank you. You want to see it again? Right here.
I mess with it.
I kind of.
I'm not gonna lie. Do y'all think 49ers fans should be concerned? Because it's the fact that I'm looking at these videos and Trey Lance, I think hit the ground at least 3 times in that preseason.
Now he was playing with a bunch of guys.
It ain't like it's going, but that's the thing. It's like that's why I feel like it, because it's like if this is the reputation that he's gonna get, if he's just gonna constantly get hit in the backfield, then if you might as well let Jimmy G take those hits.
That's why I said it's better to let him sit this year. I don't think it's as much as he's going to get hit, but I think Shanahan needs time to sort of craft an offense around Lance, and then Lance sitting behind Jimmy G can only develop more, right? Like there's only like I get learning through experience, and I get that works for a lot of players. It also backfires a lot, right? So just leaving him on the bench, letting him kind of simmer, learn some things, soak some stuff up, and going out training camp next year and be like, okay, he's our guy. Let's craft this offense around him. That's another thing. It's like in the preseason game, Shanahan is not running an offense crafted around Lance's strengths. Jimmy G's the starter, so it's more than likely for Jimmy G. So I just think that waiting off or leaving him on the bench for a year makes sense. I mean, that's a really young roster too. I mean, they're not an old team by any stretch of the imagination.
And I think also sitting him down and letting him learn simple stuff like, sliding. Like, to me, that's a big difference because I seen how great RG3 was, but I seen how he fought for every single yard, and I end up backfiring on him. And I see Trey Lance did that in college. Like, he was the dude who had put his shoulder down, and he'll fight, and he'll run the dude over and get about 2-3 yards. And we applaud that, and we like he got toughness.
Until you're Cam Newton with a busted shoulder and can't throw the football. Sorry.
You said what?
What? I didn't say nothing.
He was talking about how Cam destroyed his shoulder, but he's gonna have his comeback player of the year season this year. He's gonna shut everyone the fuck up because he's Cam and he's Superman, and the Patriots are gonna shit on everyone just like
You said all that.
Here's one.
Anyway, it's my fault. I mean,
it's crazy that Jason just out here bandwagon hopping to the Patriots now.
That was one of my questions.
I broke Rome. I'm sorry.
That was one of my question marks for Trey Lance getting drafted was because that reason. Like, you're trying to go in and run the linebacker open in the NFL, and you get hit for the one good time, and you wind up not being the same, or you wind up missing games. So I also think taking that time, I think people don't understand like sliding, understand technique like that. Like, hey, we saw Joe Burrow struggle with it, like beginning of the season, and that's the struggle that I hope Trey gonna get to learn and understand when he scrambles and get a big game. Like, okay, I can't run this dude over. I'm gonna slide and save myself because my team needs me.
That's also a conversation that needs to be had, like with the OC and like the quarterback coach, just kind of helping them with that transition from college to the NFL. Because I feel like just like how you speak on Joe Burrow, like that's just the biggest thing. A lot of these players making that transition in the first place.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I agree with Ethan, man.
Why do you hate agreeing with me? Can we really just sit down and talk about this?
Agreeing with you is fine. Agreeing with you is fine. That's not the issue.
I mean, you were moaning.
I want to watch Trey Lance, bro. I want to watch Trey Lance ball out, bro. That's the only.
You straight moaned and you had me in tears. I was like, oh man, that hurts. It's like this is painful. It's painful stuff.
All right, I'll put you in pain, bro.
I can fake cry. Do you guys want to see it?
I want to start this segment.
Yes.
What went wrong?
What?
I want to start this segment called "What Went Wrong."
This wasn't on the docket for the show. I don't approve.
I feel like that was like used on ESPN before.
No, this is because
you're gonna get us sued.
I'm in love with the screen share, and also I'm seeing clips of like linemen getting destroyed, and I'm like, well, let's all just discuss what they're doing wrong.
Let's do it. I love it. What went wrong?
Let's start off with the boy first round pick. What happened here?
No, Penesu. Okay. So
I knew he was going to do that. I saw two things right there. I either thought he was going to bring up Penesu or he was going to bring up my high school highlight tape and just shred me. And I was just like, that's not necessary. I thought he was going to make my. I thought he was gonna.
Same here, Ethan.
Tape alive.
But okay, so
like, let's look up Ethan Wyatt on Huddle, and I'm pretty sure it's still there. And then like realize that I didn't make the highlight tape. So whatever dumb rock music is behind it, don't put that evil on me because it wasn't me. I shouldn't throw that out
Alright,
there.
so-
Anybody goes looks, it wasn't me.
so-
I promise.
So for our
Alright, so-
listeners, he pulled up Panay Sewell getting beat by Greg Rousseau, which happens because he's a rookie tackle. But go ahead, Rome, explain.
All right, let's explain what he did wrong here. So he got the feet and everything.
Feet are set.
To me, the feet are set. It's like he matched them up well. What the DN did well, he said, you know what? I'm going to put hands on you first. And then he extended with the long arms. And once he was able to do that, of course, he was able to kind of move him a little bit. He saw a little seam, and he was able to get there. What do you see, Hewitt?
Okay, so honestly, the initial punch. See, his initial punch looks off to me. It doesn't feel like he got full contact. Sure, he has inside leverage, and sure, it looks like he has his left hand engaged, but his right hand, if you look closely, and for our listeners, I'm trying to explain it in a way. So he's engaged right now, and his set was good. His first two steps, they look like he had a pretty good pass set going. But then what happened was, if you look, well, for our viewers, if you look, his left hand is engaged, but his right hand, he doesn't really get that full contact in. And so because of that, Rousseau's able to kind of, move him out the way a little bit because his right arm isn't engaged. And when you don't have that full inside leverage, you're pretty much cooked, buddy. And so
it looks like Jason on a football field playing tackle. That's all I see.
That looks like a bunch of cap that you're saying because I was cold.
Hey, Jason,
I have college film, sir.
Don't make this
Don't
man
ever forget
fall
that
out
shit,
here.
my
Do
guy.
not make this man fall out
Don't
here
you
on the
ever.
podcast.
Yes, sir.
What I do see though is it looks like, and Jason probably know that technique better than me, but it seems like what some linemen tend to do with speed, like DNs, is that they try to go wide with their hands and grab like the outside of their shoulder pad. I feel like he tried to do that, which he ended up giving up his chest. And I feel like he gave it away too early, and the dude recognized it. And he said, you know what? I need to attack your chest. And by the time you try to get center anything, I'm going to try to move you out the way.
Yeah, he gave up his chest. That's why he lost.
You guys know what I see? Play the clip a little forward. Nope, that's the wrong clip. It's the wrong clip, okay?
Yeah, we're playing the Panay Sewell clip again
keep
for
going.
our listeners.
Keep going. Pause.
All right, hold on. Tell me when to pause.
Pause.
All right, Houston has him beat.
Okay. All right.
Houston Rousseau, my fault.
But what I want you to focus on right here, right? Look to the left of the screen, right? You see our beautiful quarterback right here named Jared Goff. No one knows how to get sacked better than Jared Goff in the NFL. And we can continue.
What are the words of JP? He's a pumpkin. Like dude just stands there. Like
I wonder if I can find the next clip. I'm finna find the next clip.
All right, I'm looking for another clip for our listeners.
This
man, we're going.
This was bad. This
I
was
love
bad.
Jason's play-by-play right here. We're looking for another clip.
Do y'all see it?
Yes, I do.
Hey,
So
the
it looks
audio
like
listeners
the Chiefs,
gotta listen too.
So it looks like the Chiefs block all the heat in the world here.
I thought you said it looks like cheeks.
Watch where my mouse is at.
Well, yeah,
Watch
cheeks for the offense too. But go ahead.
Just watch this. Boop, boop, and he just gets wrecked.
Yeah.
Wrecked.
And that's why Trey Lance needs to sit.
Yo, backup offensive line failed.
Here's a closer right here. Now, for me, when I played D-line, this is something that my cousin remember teaching me, and he was always like, if you get the hands first, you win. I feel like this lineman had his hands too early. The D-line grabbed his hands or grabbed his wrist, and you can see he just threw him up. He threw that left one up, and he just proceeded to leave. And there was a big enough gap thanks to this, DN being wide, and it was almost just too easy. What do you see? What y'all see?
I see. Okay, hold on.
Trey Lance
I see them sending 5 or 6, and I see Trey Lance on the ground.
Honestly, that's just Chris Jones being Chris Jones, though. Like,
yeah, Chris Jones just absolutely obliterated 60 there.
That's who Chris Jones is. He's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro. He does what he does. And that's why the Chiefs, one of many reasons why the Chiefs are going.
Go back to the beginning of that room.
Hey, is it choppy?
Yeah, this is very choppy.
yeah, it's a little bit choppy.
Yeah, go back to the beginning of that playroom. I want to see it again.
It looks like they're sending 6 though.
See, this is one where, again, sitting on the bench, or not sitting on the bench, but sitting down, like he could have broken outside because his tackle or his right tackle looked to have 59 on lock. Like he could have rolled out and tried to create something.
No, he couldn't. Because look.
There's no way.
There's no way he could go outside.
Right here.
Pause it right there, room. Pause it right there, room. Off.
I got you. Let me go back a little bit.
You know what? Yeah, right there. So when he's engaged, well, first of all, Chris Jones already like damn near like about to sack him.
If you go back a little further,
like
go back a little.
Yeah, for our listeners, we're trying to like pause to like where the play like kind
right
of
here.
It could have happened so fast.
No, a little bit further. So let the ball snap.
Okay.
Right here.
Right there.
I feel like.
Bro, he didn't even make his read yet, bro.
That's
what I'm saying. A little further.
He didn't even make a read.
Yeah, thank you. I know.
That's some Michael Vick shit, bro.
You just caught the ball, bro.
I wasn't saying now. I said a little further in my defense.
You said now. In verbatim, you said.
In my defense,
pause it now.
Beat Rome to it right here. I feel like right here you break right. He's locking eyes with Chris Jones. Him and Chris Jones right now are making sweet love through eyes. Okay.
If he goes outside, he's
sweet
done.
Tender connection.
I see his vision. If y'all look, he saw a lane right here. He tried to go to it.
And if I'm being honest, you can throw a little duck over here to 15 in the flat. Like there's no
you could. That's what I was looking at. Yeah.
Like he had other options. That's again where it comes back to me. Okay, sit on the bench, learn. Like yes, he could have rolled out. I get it. You can say no, whatever. But at least
in his defense, though, it's Chris Jones. Like it's a rookie versus Chris Jones.
That's what I'm saying. But this is part of the reason why I think he needs to kind of sit and learn a little bit. Like
it's his first game action.
He had 15.
Not everyone can be
if he read.
Not everyone can be Dak Prescott in the preseason.
If he read that defense, first of all, shut up. If he read that defense right, he could have just hit him from the jump because they sent. No one was guarding 15. He could have just hit him from the jump. Are we talking about Cam's colossal outfit failure?
No, we talking about.
I'm just messing with.
It's so funny how you're worried about what a grown man is wearing. I just find that so weird and funny.
You said what a grown man is wearing. Oh,
like if that's what you're into, like sure. Like I like looking at GQ every now and then.
Jason, don't you start this? Don't you start this? Okay.
Hey, bro, I like looking at GQ every now and then. You know, I have no problem looking at other men.
Whoa!
Like,
hey, we need to unpack a bag here. Hold on. We need
bro, you were the one who wanted to talk about like fashion.
Jason's the type of dude that looks at the Adam Levine GQ cover and is like, look at that stud of a man right there.
Hey,
and
bro.
Then goes and blacks beautiful mistakes. Okay, that's what he goes and does.
But man, let's look at this. Let's look at this film real quick. Let's see what you're trying to show me.
We got 99. We got that boy Chase.
Yeah, we got Chase Young.
Who seemed like he's getting better and better.
I didn't see that.
Now, I want to know, what did the lineman do wrong?
Reach.
All right, we talked about this, bro. We talked about this in the chat, bro. So basically what happened.
He shouldn't have been playing with the Panthers because Cam's the quarterback. That was his first mistake, but continue.
Well, first of all, he's playing for the Patriots, so you're so worried about Joe team to say the right shit. Second of all,
what did I say? Did I say Panthers?
You said Panthers.
You said Panthers because you're so worried about getting it out. You can't even say the right shit. So, anyways, Isaiah Wynn. So when he punched him, go ahead and play the clip wrong.
I'm so disappointed.
For our listeners, it's Isaiah Wynn versus Chase Young. He engages, right? He punches him, and he thinks he has him beat because he's like, oh, yeah, because, like, I'm in great position. But the beauty of Chase Young is that he's such a freak athlete that you can have him in, like, a good position as a lineman, and he'll still have you beat. Go ahead and finish the clip, Rome.
Oh,
so yeah. He proceeds to hit him with that knee shoulder spike. Boom, fumble, and now it's chaos on the football field.
And My thing is, and it seemed like he won with almost everything but the feet. And once Chase Young took advantage, then it's like, oh, okay, you're gonna give me this. I'm gonna take advantage of it, and then I'm gonna beat you. And I mean, I don't know what to tell 70. It's like,
yeah,
to me, it seemed like his feet died on contact. That's what it seemed like to me. I feel like he should have kept his feet moving, but for the most part,
Many immense feet.
It was a great part on Chase Young, but partly I think it's because his feet. I feel like his feet kind of died when he made that contact.
Kind of like you were saying, Rome. It's like
contact.
That's what elite pass rushers do. Like, you give them anything and they'll just take advantage of it. I mean, it's just Chase Young being Chase Young. Besides, his feet dying and stuff.
I mean, many men who face Chase Young have their feet die. So,
yeah.
And honestly,
that is very true.
It seems like, because to me as a D-line, you got to be able to have multiple moves. Like, your first move, even in college, is not going to work. You got to have a backup. And honestly, looking at this, I feel like Chase set him go in. Chase had set him up. He got base and Chase went past him. I honestly feel like if Chase wanted to, he could have went inside. He could have threw him out and went inside. I feel like almost anything could have worked. So I just think 76 put himself in a bad position. I feel like he got his hands there. I thought everything was good. Then it's like he just said, "Hey, I did my part," and Chase said, I'm not gonna take off this play." So, and that's it. That's it on my segment. Back to you.
Hey man, I love it, bro. I appreciate you, man. That was a hell of a segment, bro. Hey, ESPN, if you watching, hey, bro, get you a producer, man.
Hey, I'm working. I'm gonna work on trying to get it not to be choppy. I don't.
Bro, you're good, bro. That was, hey, man.
I think it's just Zoom.
It's just Zoom.
I don't think
Zoom
it's anyone.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. Hey, fellas, anything else you want to say about preseason?
Who did y'all like the most preseason?
Like a player or a team?
Yeah. Player.
Okay.
Me, I would say with bias, Justin Fields. Like, without bias, probably Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
Rashawn Slater looked really good this week. He looked
Oh yeah, I would have best.
Very sad watching him play.
Lineman.
What's up?
Best offensive rookie lineman this week.
Arguably, yeah. He had a hell of a game, bro.
That one clip that's been going around Twitter is insane, bro. That combo.
Yeah, bro.
Man, that's good.
Just saying, bro.
So, there's also another where he went to Joey Bosa, and it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, he got good feet, and it's like Joey tried to make a move, and he just stuck with him.
Bro, I always tell people, bro, your feet will save you. Like, you can like do some dumb shit like with your hands and like miss your punch or whatever, but if your feet are that good, unless you're like dealing with like a Chase Young or like a prime JJ Watt or something like that, bro, like you're gonna win. Because if your feet are good, like of course you need like a little bit of your hands, but you can still reset when you have good feet, bro. Period.
And I seen one clip. He got beat with the hands, but because his feet were so good, like you would have never thought he got beat like with the hand combat.
Yeah.
That's what I love about him. Like, his feet is good.
Baby.
I think he was the most impressive rookie. Well, the most impressive offensive line rookie. As far as everyone else, it's hard because to me it's like, I'm trying to think of who was. I can't think of nobody besides Justin. Justin stood out. The cornerback that I wish we got, he did pretty good.
Sertan or Horn?
Sertan.
Yeah, Sertan. Yeah.
He did good. Asu did good for the Cowboys, but I can't put him up there because when I seen his plays, like it literally looked like he just ran straight and nobody just decided and everybody decided just not to block him. So I
get it, but like, bro, he's just gonna be asked to stop the run here, and he's dominating who he should be dominating at this point. It's a good start to his career, and he's gonna get the opportunities to show even more early on.
Yeah, and the best core that I seen core wise, and I say this because I saw a clip of Trevor Lawrence sitting in the backfield, and he had all day to throw, and it got to a point where I was like, "Hey man, let me turn my game on and send a blitz or somebody," because it was just horrendous. But I give credit to the Jaguars on offensive line core. I think even though that they're completely overshadowed by the fact that Tim Tebow was trying to block, what they did despite Tim Tebow should get commended very much. So I give the core to Jaguars.
I like it. One player that really stood out to me, besides Osa, who y'all know that's my boy, but honestly, like I was super outspoken about the Micah Parsons pick, but he's looked really good, and I think those issues that he's had, they don't really matter when you look at his athleticism, what he brings to the table. He's just been around the ball nonstop. He's smart, and that speed is just insane. And I'm eating my words here. I'm letting y'all know I was wrong about Micah Parsons, even though I still probably would have taken Slater. I think he's going to end up being really good, and I'm excited.
It's been one game, Abram. Chill out.
2 games.
2 games. Chill out. Chill out now.
I like Parsons going to be good.
Hold on, wait. Didn't both of y'all hate on that pick when he was taken?
No,
I hated it, and I'm admitting to it.
You were shitting
Rome
on that
liked
pick, Rome. What?
No, Rome
I
liked it.
wasn't
Rome
back.
liked it. I remember.
You did.
I
Both
could've
of you
sworn
shit
you
on
were
that pick.
shitting
Both
on
of
that
you
pick,
said that you
bro.
couldn't do
No.
multiple things, and we're very mad at the selection.
No, bro. Rome liked it. I was trying to convince Rome that it was a bad pick. Yeah.
I didn't know. Listen, guys, I didn't know we were out here just
Y'all can pull up.
I thought we had more credibility than that.
Y'all can pull up the tape, bro. Rome liked it. I guarantee you.
This is the same man that just said, I didn't say, never mind, because that was before the podcast started. But, like, you know what I'm saying. Oh, no, this is during the podcast. This is the same man that said that he didn't think Mac Jones and that he didn't say Mac Jones with Matthew Stafford. Like, no.
Yeah, bro, that was like a whole legendary.
That was on the podcast. I was thinking of something else. But, yeah, no.
You would not hear me say, I said in terms of putting up good numbers and a team not winning. We can pull up tape on that because that's what I said. What y'all did,
I need my $50.
When y'all heard Matthew Stafford, y'all instantly heard, oh, you're comparing him. I'm comparing him in the sense that he's going to put up good numbers.
Rome, how did you start the sentence? Mac Jones reminds me of Matthew Stafford. Of course, we're going to be like, oh, you just compared him to Matthew Stafford. I said, what do you mean? Oh, you guys just made the connection. Oh, get out of it.
He's going to remind me of Matthew Stafford in the sense that he's going to put up these good numbers, but they might not be winning.
The YouTube comments will get you. They never let down. They'll come and get you. The mob will get you.
They can come. Look, I said this last week and no one pulled up. None of the viewers.
You're going to be taking this pancake batter to the face. All right. That's all I'm hearing.
What'd you say, Rome?
I said, we literally the last time we talked about that, I literally said pull up tape.
Because then you thought about to do that. You thought about your mistake and you were like, you know what? I messed up. I got to backtrack this. And then you said numbers. But like, no. Your original take was they were the same. I don't want to hear nothing.
No, you can pull it up.
I think if I recall, an hour later in the episode, we stumbled back on it And then you were like, oh, but that's not really what I meant. I was more like after we all just roasted you. So that doesn't count as you being like, that's not what I meant. My original take was, nah, fuck out of here. You know what your original take was.
Take. Anyway,
Take.
I like the market part. If anybody heard me tell you, I said I like the Michael Parsons pick.
You did like Michael Parsons.
You probably did, bro. You probably did. I'm just bullshitting.
I prefer J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn was my favorite though.
Okay.
He was
Me
the
too,
person
but the
I
Panthers
wanted.
messed up.
Yeah.
He was that dog to me that I definitely wanted.
Yeah.
He wasn't even like he was solid in preseason, bro. Like he was cool. I know I sound like a hater, bro, but like think about what we could have got.
You are a big hater because Justin Fields has done literally nothing.
Bro, he's literally been balling like all camp.
What do you mean he's been balling? He played one game against second and
He said all camp.
I said all camp.
Oh, okay.
Camp.
Okay.
C-A-M-P.
Okay. All right. I misheard you. All right. Listen here. Tighten up your britches, okay? All right. Well, I don't need no sensitive sallies.
Hey man, I'm big chilling, my guy.
I'm big chilling.
But shit. Is there anything else that
the game's too slow for me, so that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I hate when rookies say because like you just basically putting a target on your back. But
like I'm looking
we're
at
gonna see if we can handle it.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we will. Well, if there's nothing else that we need to discuss, then that is a wrap for this week's episode. We appreciate our loyal supporters and our followers. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Be sure to like the video and also show love to us on Spotify and Apple. And that's pretty much it. Yes, sir. We are out.